In this video I'm going to explain to you list comprehensions in Python, and later we will also talk about dictionary comprehensions. So yeah, let's get to it. First I will propose a problem that we will try to solve using list comprehension. So the problem is pretty simple. You are given an initial list which contains some integers. So for an example, let's say it has 5 elements, 1 2 3 4 5, and you have to create a new list, and it should contain square of each elements. So square of 1 is 1, square of 2 is 4, 9, 16 and 25, like that. So this is the one that we want to create. So let's try to do this using the regular for loop, and then we will write the same functionality using list comprehension. So this is our initial list. I will create a new list variable and make it an empty list, and one by one I will square each element and insert into this new list. So the way I will do this is using for item in initial list. So this is like for every item in initial list. What do we want to do? We want to append the item by squaring it to the new list. So I am doing square of the item and then appending it to our new list. And if I try to print it, then you can see it works as expected. We got our expected list. Now I will comment out this whole part and try to do the same thing using list comprehension. Now first I will do it and then I will explain how it works. So yeah, it's the same. I am creating a list, but now I will write for item in initial list. So for every item in initial list, I want to insert square of the item. Now let's try printing the new list to make sure that it works, and it indeed does. So yeah, now let's try to figure out what is the syntax here. So here I have written our original list, which is initial list, and I'm saying for item in initial list, which is similar to our regular for syntax. So for item in initial list, I am writing it same here, and at start of the whole for syntax I am writing what do I want to do with each item. So here I am saying I want to square each item. So it will take every item from the initial list, square it and put it into the new list. And I don't necessarily want to use item here. Let's say if I say 1, then it will insert 1 in the new list. So if I run it, you can see like it is 1 1 1 1 5 times, because there are 5 elements in the initial list. And that is pretty much it. So you write for item in initial list as our regular for syntax, and then you write what you want to do with each item. And yeah, initial list can be anything. If you name your initial list A, then it would be A, and item could be anything as well. You can name anything. Let's say I want to name my variable var, then it can be var. So if you try to see here, I am iterating over A, and for every variable I want to insert the same variable in the new list. So it will actually make the exact copy of A. Let's verify that. So in the new list I have the exact copy of A. I think that makes sense, and I will revert it back to our initial code. Okay, and now let's talk about filtering. So you can filter stuff in list comprehension by using a if statement. So let's say we want to keep only odd items in the list. So I can do if item %2 == 1. So this is a check if the item is odd or not. If item is odd, only then insert the item in the new list. and I can also insert the square as well. So let's see. So it is square of 1, and then it ignored 2 because we have the check here. Then it has square of 3, then it has square of 5. And one thing to note is you can do all of these things using regular for loop, but this is just faster to type, and yeah, it doesn't take much space in the code. So this is most of the time easier and faster if all you want to do is simple operations like squaring and simple filtering. But if it is something complex, then I would suggest going with the regular for loop, as that will make it more readable. And now one more syntax that I would like to introduce is having multiple for loops. So let's say you want to create a new list which has, so using initial list, you want each item to be inserted 3 times. Let's say you want to insert 1 1 1, and then you want to insert 2 2 2, then 3 3 3, then 4 4 4, and like this. So how can you do that using list comprehension? You can do item for item in initial list. This will insert every item once, right? But we want to do it 3 times. So let me write it here for I in range 3, and I will explain to you how I got to know this syntax, and you can confirm that it works. And now I will explain how to write this syntax. So the easiest way I have found is to assume if you are writing a regular for loop. How would you write that? So for item in initial list, now you will run the loop 3 times, and then you will insert the element in our list. So what I am doing, for every item, run a loop for 3 times, and every time insert the item in the original list. And if you compare it with our list comprehension, I have 4 item in initial list, 4 item in initial list, then I have 4 I in range 3. So this is the main thing, remembering the sequence of the for loop. It will be exactly same as you would write without a list comprehension. Sometimes you will confuse that this for loop should come before the original first loop, but that's not the case. Just think about the case, just think about what you would have done if there was not any list comprehension. Then remove the colons and just attach them together. Yeah, something like that. And that is pretty much it about list comprehension. And now I would like to also introduce dictionary comprehensions, which are also, they are much simpler than the list one. If you know the list one, then they are much simpler. And how would they work? So you just use the parentheses. Okay, I have the brackets for dictionary, and I would do item colon item star item. So this is the key, this is the value in our regular dictionary. And now I will specify my actual for loop. So if you try to guess, it will go over each item, and for every item it will have item as the key and the square of item as the value, like this. So 1 and the square of 1, 2 and then square of 2, 3 and then square of 3, like that. So this is pretty similar to our list comprehension. So yeah, it is not much complex. And I will wrap this video here. I hope you understood how list comprehension work and you will be able to use it. And see you in the next video.